Greetings and welcome. I'm Big D from Sunday for 7 Days. Thank you for joining me. Today I will be continuing my walkthrough and commentary of the 2017 game Prey from Arcane Studios and Bethesda Softworks. This will cover the second chapter of Prey, Break Out and Get to the Lobby. In my last video, I talked about why I liked the game and gave a walkthrough of the opening chapter, First Day on the Job, where things got very strange very quickly indeed. If you missed this, then either click on the link now showing, visit the Sunday for 7 Days channel on YouTube, or wait until the end of the video for a link to the previous chapter and catch up retrospectively, which is quite apt for this game. At the end of the last video, we discovered that what we thought was our reality was a lie, and that we were actually inhabiting a simulation. Having broken out of the simulation, we now need to explore further to find out what on earth is going on. So if we're all ready to go down the rabbit hole again, let us begin. So where we left off last time, there was a shadowy person called January who helped us to realize that what we thought was reality wasn't. And they've told us to get to the exit and get to the lobby. So we will try and do that today, but there's a lot of things that can be explored to help explain what is going on during this game. So let's wander about and see what we can find. So let's have a look at this activity log. This looks suspiciously like my routine from this morning when I woke up in my apartment, or what I thought was my apartment. Turns out it's a simulation lab. Okay, so I'm being monitored. Okay, this is Evelyn McCarthy's workstation. She must work in the simulation lab, so let's have a look and see what email she has. So, oops. Let's see if I can get in here properly. Here we go. So, email chain. So she's emailed Dr. Bellamy. And in the last video, if you remember, Dr. Bellamy, the last we saw of him, he didn't look so good. He was getting his face chewed off by some sort of creature during the test that we went through that went a little bit awry. So, anyway, she's written to Dr. Bellamy to say, Dr. Bellamy, at this point, Morgan's exhaustion is inhibiting our ability to get any useful results. That's to say nothing of the long-term damage we're likely inflicting from the constant neuromod installation and removal. Tell me again why we've extended the testing indefinitely. So they're installing and removing neuromods and it's doing damage to me. Okay. And Dr. Bellamy has emailed back to say, if you've been on branches of our main product line, you know that sometimes we need to put in extra effort to hit our milestones, and any external risks are fully taken into account when these decisions are made. The move to extend indefinitely was a direct request from both Alex and Morgan. So that is interesting because Alex, my character's brother in the game, and Morgan, the character I'm playing, clearly gave the go-ahead for this indefinite testing. I don't think my character remembers this, but yeah, interesting. Oh, and there was one other email, a note about this morning from Alex Yu, my brother in the game, to everybody in the Neuromod division. All. I know this morning's incident has left people shaken. To prevent unnecessary panic, please refrain from contacting people outside of your department. A station-wide announcement will be made shortly. In the meantime, Ms. Elazar and her security team are on high alert and will field any questions you have. I know some of you are worried about Dr. Bellamy. He's currently being treated in the trauma center and is in critical but stable condition. Thank you for your patience and dedication to this project, Alex. Yeah, okay, so Dr. Bellamy is still alive according to this. Last time we saw him, he didn't look too perky, as I say. But, well, let's see. Oh, and there's a few utilities here. Audio events. Okay. So, let's see, we've got pigeon test. Okay. To give the illusion that the helicopter was coming to pick me up. To take me to the TranStar building. But I don't know how they did that.
Hey, Morgan. Wake up. You're burning daylight. You sent the helicopter to pick you up. It's just a few tests. Don't forget to wear your suit. See you soon. Oh, listen, really great you decided to come on board. We're gonna shake things up, Morgan. Like old times.
So that's the message I had on my phone that I got when I woke up in my apartment. So clearly it's all very, very Truman Show, very, very Groundhog Day. Very planned, very controlled, fascinating, in fact. So there's a number of different ways we could go. I believe the exit is this way, but I want to go this way because I want to check out what I thought was my apartment. Oh, and we have a sign here. It says soundstage rules, absolute silence when simulation is in progress. Do not enter stage unless in costume. Do not interact with subject off script. Okay, so my apartment is in here, and yep, it's a soundstage. And there is the hallway outside of my apartment. Interesting, very interesting. Yeah, we can open this door and open this door. Whoops. And yeah, as you can see, that's where we broke out last week, through that hole in the video screen, the looking glass, through the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole, and through the looking glass. Okay. Oh, some sparkling wine. Well, I think I might need a drink after all of this. Okay. Oh. Right, so that was one of the creatures, and in the last video it turned into a coffee cup and then attacked Dr. Bellamy. So I'm always wary when I see two items together because they generally tend to take on the form of something. They disguise themselves. They're known as mimics. Oh, there we are. Ah. Oh. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I don't know. He's in there somewhere. I think I'm just going to run away. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Ah. There we go. Let's see. Can we pick anything up? Oh, Typhon organ. It is not a tumor. It is not a tumor. Okay, maybe it is a tumor. Okay, so a partition wall of some kind. Interesting. Okay, let's go through here. A few things we can pick up. Could be useful later on in the game. And this is a security door into what I thought was my apartment. And my closet. Oh, there's another bottle of wine. Let's take that and be on our way. Okay. Okay, so this is one of the many information pieces that will get displayed during the game, an infomercial if you like, talking about the wrench that I picked up towards the end of the last video I did, and telling me what I can do with it. So it's good for hitting things and how to use it. That's useful. Okay, let's go over here. Ooh, so we look through here. Oh, something over there. This was the testing facility that we went through when things went horribly wrong. So, okay. Simulation debriefing. Let's go and have a wander in here. Oh, that looks painful. Okay, there's a note here. Okay. There. There's a safe here. Now, I don't know the code, but we could try to hack it. I believe that's what that symbol means. But we don't have the required skill yet. But skills are something that we will be able to attain later on in the game. So hopefully we'll be able to come back here and find out what is inside that safe. Okay, let's check out this workstation. This is Marco Simmons' workstation. There's no passwords. We could try and hack it, but again, still don't have enough skills. But there's a wee post-it note here, and I just bet that, yes, he's gone and written down his password on a post-it note. Very, very bad security, but I'll take it. Okay. Okay, so there's 3 emails on his workstation. First one is about company password policy, which he is clearly flouting. Next one is the standard neuromod email about the incident where Dr. Bellamy got attacked. Bad install. This is from Alex Yu to Marco Simmons. Simmons, test results today were all negative. Did you install the correct neuromods? Touch base with Graves and figure out what went wrong. This should be your absolute highest priority, Alex. Yeah, things did go wrong. If you saw the last video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go back and watch it. It's fun. Okay, there's a couple of things up here to make you aware of. There's a note, and it's from Alex, and it says, "Sorry, Morgan, not sure how you managed this, but I can't let you have this keycard. Trust me, you'd regret it." Okay, I don't know which keycard he's talking about, but see what else. Oh, there's a few things in the briefcase, so we can pick a bunch of stuff up. So the first thing is thermal shielding, which is a suit chipset, and you find these throughout the game, and you can apply them to your suit, and they'll help protect you or give you additional power. This one grants resistance to fire damage, so that's handy. I will apply that. Here we go, and I'll come out of my inventory. Medkit, always handy in case your health goes down. Oh, sweeties, fantastic, good for the sugar rush. And a disruptor stun gun. Nice. Yep, so another infomercial about the disruptor stun gun tells us that the disruptor stun gun will knock out human targets. Typhon, which are those creatures that we've seen, are more resistant but can still be temporarily stunned. Robotic devices can also be temporarily disabled and ultimately destroyed by the disruptor. So, a useful piece of kit. Oh, and some batteries to go with it. Very handy. Call me old-fashioned, but I like my trusty wrench, so I'm going to proceed with that. Okay, let's go back this way. Very clever. Alright, we've been told to head for the exit, so let's go through here. It's the chopper! Get to the chopper again! Ow, ow, ow! Except I can't get to the chopper because something's gone wrong with it. Looks like this is another sound stage. Again, it looks like another sound stage with different configuration that's gone a bit wrong. Always check different things to see if there's things you can pick up that can always become useful later on. Okay, this was the lift that we took from the roof down to the testing facility, so let's press that, and sure enough the lift isn't working because it was never working really, and it's just the same sound stage. Yeah, so this was the testing facility, and that's still mucky behind there. Yeah, that doesn't look very good. I think we're able to go in here. We weren't able to do that last week and in the last video, and not what you want to see. Blue screen of death, whether it be 2020 or 2032. Never fun to see that. Okay, this is Dimitri Bowser. It's his workstation. Let's see what we've got. We've got an email, so standard neuromod email about Dr. Bellamy. And there's 2 utilities on his workstation. Let's have a look at this. So scene selection. Okay, that looks like the same thing that we managed to sort out by clicking the button in the lift, so I'm not going to touch that. Test management. Reset the test rooms to concurrent configuration. To current configuration, not concurrent configuration. Test rooms affected, A, B, and C. So if we click reset, go back to there. And we've no longer got blue screen of death. Let's go down here, let's see. Oh yeah, and these are the rooms that we went through last time. But we've already been through there, so I'm going to go this way. Medkit. Okay. Oh, what was that? Oh, that was that mimic that we saw. Oh yeah.
Typhus
So there's the
ectoplasms.
sound stage,
Everyone
and
calls
there's
them
the
mimics.
apartment.
Be
Right.
careful what you pick up.
I was about to say that's our contact, the man with no name, but or the person with no name. But they've got a name. It's January. We just don't know what they actually look like. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else we can pick up here? Oh, yep, yeah. Let's not go that way. Let's leave that where it is. Okay, this is Xiaolongheng's workstation. Let's have a look in here. Another copy of the email about Dr. Bellamy, and there's a further email from Dr. Bellamy to Xiaolongheng about Morgan's behaviour. Could be interesting. Alex has requested all orders go through him after Morgan's outburst at the debrief. Pending a psych evaluation, Alex indicated he doesn't want any more surprises from Morgan, nor do we. Granted, Morgan had forgotten everything from the last test, as expected, but the aggressive response to the same set of testing criteria was clearly a departure. My recommendation is we need to start charting personality drift before future tests, in debriefings, and within the test itself. Bellamy. Okay, so I forget things. That might explain why we don't know what's going on just yet. I'm sure more will be revealed as we progress. Okay, there's a transcribe.
Alex? Simmons? What's going on?
Simmons.
We have a problem. What about Morgan? He's alive. Sedated. Clean it up. I'm on my way. Got it.
And that was the conversation between Simmons and Alex that we heard towards the end of the last video. So, interesting. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay, so the exit is up here, as is the skill recorder and the stage B control room. Okay, let's wander up here. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. Okay, exits the lobby and skill recorder are straight ahead. That's where we want to go, but I'm interested to see what this stage B control room is and show you what can be found out there. We go over here, you will see that we are on the roof or the ceiling of my apartment, so they must be projecting panels on the underside of that. Okay, over to sound stage B. So let's have a look at this. Oh, another mimic. And so it's now mimicked. Down, boy! Down! Down! Down, boy! Good boy. Okay. I think that's everything here. Oh. I'll have that. Yeah. Not looking too healthy. Oh, there's a few things through here. Let's smash the glass. Don't know if these will be useful, but I'm going to pick them up anyway because I'm allowed to. Okay, what we got here? Let's click OK to reset the simulation. Okay, LG power. What's that? Okay. Looking glass power. Okay, so I'll leave that on. Let's set up the echelon roof. Okay, so the TranStar entrance is disappearing. That's staying there. Very clever. So when we took the helicopter to TranStar, and there's the TranStar tower, it was all just an illusion, all just part of the simulation. Let's change it to the TranStar roof. And that was the the view from the TranStar roof. So that's how they did it. But that still doesn't answer the question, why? So let us progress, and maybe January will tell us. So this is decontamination. Hope this doesn't hurt.
Give it up!
Probably doesn't hurt as much as that, though. Jovan, I'd love to help, but I can't seem to get the doors open. Oh, well. Oh, are they multiplying now?
one has been able to stop the mimics from multiplying since they broke containment.
Okay.
I'm going to help you stay alive. Just a little further.
All right. Thank you, January. I'll take those, Yovan. You don't look so good. You stay there. I go get some help. Oh, 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 oh. Two shoes together. You can never tell. No. No, they are actually shoes. Just making sure. And there's a couple of lockers here. Things we can pick up. Another med kit. Don't mind if I do. Right. And we are going... Yep. This is the exit through here. Let's just have a wander around, see if we can find anything. Let's pick that up, see if there's anything behind here. No? Okay. Okay, this is Yuvan's workstation. Let's see what is on here. So a note about this morning. That's the neuromod email. Next week's test from Dr. Bellamy to Yovan, saying, Yovan, we need the room updated to the new test plan. Configurations are as follows. Room A, area of effect. Room B, copycat. Room C, spooky action. Simmons, let us know if anything changes. That's from Dr. Bellamy. Okay, and what's this one? Urgent. Urgent. This is from Marco Simmons to Yovan. Hey, I think Bellamy has taken data related to mimicry and remote manipulation out of the research department. Get to the trauma center and grab the key card to his cabin off his body. I'm sorry to be morbid, but Alex will lose his if someone else finds that data. Last we heard, the official line was that Dr. Bellamy was in critical but stable condition. That implies that he's Pan Breed. Peter Heed Deed. That's also opened up a side mission. So if you press on your trackpad and then click on L1 and look at your objectives, you will see we've got our main story, which is break out and get to the main lobby, which we're still going through. We're not there yet. And the optional side mission, the corpse vanishes. Search for Bellamy's corpse in the trauma center, and if we look at the description of that, we'll see that that's in the lobby, so that's ahead of us. But it does talk about Bellamy's corpse. So that would tend to suggest that he dead. Okay. Okay, let's go down here. All right, another infomercial talking about play your way, and this is another thing that I really, really like about this game is there's very different ways of working your way through the game. So we have to get through the door ahead of us, which requires a key card, an access card. And it's saying, experiment with different approaches to overcome challenges and enemies. You can get past the locked door by searching for the key card or finding an alternate path. And there's a clue in the image there as to how you might find a different way to get past the door. And it also goes on to say, as you learn new abilities, more options will become available to you. So, and it means that no two different games are quite the same. So it just gives the game that level of replayability because there are different ways to play the game. There's different ways to progress through the game. There's different things to investigate and explore. And that's why I just find it almost endlessly fascinating. Anyway, let us continue. I will deal with that in a second, but there's a couple more workstations here. We've got Caleb Hawthorne's workstation and Alice Aitken's workstation here. So let's go over here and see if we can find out anything else about what on earth is going on. Now, oops, I can't get in there, and yeah, I don't have the skills to pay the bills on that one just yet. Anyway, let's go over here to Alice Aitken's workstation, and let's have a look in here. Okay, it's one email, and it's from Marco Simmons to Alice, and it says, "Hey Alice, I'll send you the white paper Alex and Morgan wrote. Here's the nutshell version for now. Gaining a new skill from a neuromod works similar to the way your brain creates new memories. In fact, it's impossible, for now, to separate the changes that the mods make from normal memory formation. So, if I want to strip the neuromod that makes you play piano like Gustav Leitner, it'll reset your brain back to the moment before you first installed it." They wanted Morgan's mind pristine to receive the prototype neuromods. That means going way the hell back. Hence the apartment sim. Yous are dedicated to their science is all I can say. Okay, so that'll be why our character, my character, Morgan, can't remember a thing. Because they keep resetting his memory. Okay. Oh, two boxes together. I'm not liking that. There we go. Where did the... oh, there we are. Okay. And there's one more office to check. Let's just... plants you can harvest, and the content does become useful later on, but we'll talk about that later, probably in another video. Okay, let's have a look at the stand-up notes. Okay, so far, so normal. Okay, this is Dr. Bellamy's office. So, let's see what we can find in here. Let's harvest the plants. And I think I heard a mimic. Oh, well, there's the access card on his desk. Let's just have a quick look at his PC and see what emails he has. Okay, so this is an email from Zhao Longheng to Dr. Bellamy, and it says, Dr. Bellamy, here are the results from today's personality test. I'm seeing some drift over the last few trials compared with previous results. This isn't the first time. I'll let Alex know. Most recent test is pasted below for reference. And what's pasted below are the answers I gave in the series of tests from the previous video where everything went a little bit pear-shaped. Okay. Another email. This is from Evelyn McCarthy. We've seen this one to Sylvian Bellamy, to Dr. Bellamy, about the fact that Morgan, the character, is exhausted and why they continue the test indefinitely. And lastly, there is a response from Matthias Kohl to Dr. Bellamy. Have my people been coming to see you? And he says, Syl, yes, I've noticed the same thing. You know I can't divulge names. There's definitely been a spike in staff from your department reporting instances of acute anxiety. It's actually much worse with the psychotronic staff. I'm talking to Kelstrup about mitigating some of the stress there, but I'm concerned these are not isolated incidents. Going to mention it to Alex at the next directors meeting. Matthias Kohl. Okay. Interesting. Now then, I'm just going to wander out here slightly warily because I'm not sure. Oh, yep, sure enough. Oh, go away. Get off! Get off!
Vital signs critical.
I quickly need to take a med kit because my vital signs are low. There we go. That was handy. There we go. Only I have my trusty frying pan. Right, okay, so we do have the key card. We could unlock that, but I'm just going to show you the alternative route as well, just for reference. So there's a maintenance hatch here above this tape drive. And we open that, go, and there is a maintenance tunnel that we can wander through if we didn't have the access key card. Open this, and as you can see, there's the other door. There's the door, rather, that we could open. Oh, what is that? That's not a mimic. It's not mimicking anything. I guess it doesn't need to. Got it! Although I think it's probably not dead.
Type an Phantasmus. Keep moving.
So there are different types of these creatures here. Stranger and stranger. Okay, so just for completeness, here we are. Oops. that, pick up that. So it's a mimic, but it seemed to be frozen. Interesting. We will find out why that was. So that's beer sing, and we'll take those glue canisters and a glue cannon. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Now, so can we get in here? I don't have the code. Another infomercial telling us what the glue cannon does. It disables and or immobilizes targets without harming them. It can also extinguish flames and temporarily stop electric arcs. When hardened, glue can also be used as a climbable platform, so very versatile. And in a fight, might be able to buy you some time. Just gonna take a med kit because I'm a little bit low on health. There we go, that's better. Maybe take another one, just in case. There we go. Right.
Morgan, there, in the foyer. Grab the neuromod you see in the display case. Normally it's a fake, but I swapped in a real one for you. The neuromods are critical. You won't survive without using them to install new aptitudes. I've already updated your transcribe with the list you requested. Take a look.
So, that's what neuromods do, they give you skills. Now, I think I'm going to have to clear out this area first. What you do, you use the glue gun, and it freezes the mimic, and then you go smash, 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 like so. Let's see, are there any more for any more? Oh, there's one. Back to the spanner. First, you were Sub-Zero. Now, Plane Zero. Okay. Oh, more plants to harvest. Take that. I'm just going to go to the conference room, see if there's anything here. No. Oh. So, more plants we can harvest. Oops. Oops. Come on. Oh well. Oh, another body over here. Who did? Robert Gage. Listen to the transcribe.
Robert? Alice, thank God. No one else is
Where are you?
hiding. I'm in the conference room. I can't...
Jesus! You're still in the lab?
I can't get out. There's... What the hell is security?
I don't know what's happening, but Robert, you have to get out of there. Come to the elevators. Someone said we're evacuating. Robert?
Shh. Hang on. Someone's coming.
Okay. Okay, that's another infomercial just about favorites wheels so that you can pull things up quickly and apply them or use them. Okay, here's the neuromod. In case of emergency, break glass. I'm going to take the neuromod. Okay, another infomercial tells us what a neuromod does. It allows you to learn new skills and abilities. And to apply one, you use the trackpad and navigate to the neuromod section. So we'll do that now, and we go. So here we are, neuromods. There's a number of different skill areas and different abilities. So you've got scientist, which has physician, so medical knowledge, hacking, so you're able to hack into things. I think I might use that one, but I'll go through the other ones first, just to be sure. We've got engineer, so you've got the ability to pick things up, the ability to repair things, like the lift that we just saw. Materials expert, so yeah, knowing about materials. Impact calibration, so being able to wield your spanner more effectively. Security, so we've got firearms, conditioning, so increasing your health. Combat focus, I guess that makes you handier in a fight. And stealth, so you can more easily wander around without being detected if that's the way you wish to play the game. So again, different ways of being able to play the game, which makes it a different experience most times. Oops. Hang on. Let's go back in. I meant to actually apply the neuromod. That would help. There we go. Confirm that. Oh, okay. Here we go. That has got to smart a bit. Ouchie.
Improvisation has always been your strength. You'd be dead if it wasn't. Now, let's get you to the main lobby.
Now the main lobby is through this door, but I'm just going to show you another couple of things. So if we jump up here, we'll find that there is another corpse, poor Natasha Nikova, so there's more things we can pick up. Now that I've got the hacking skill, I'm going to try and get into this security booth. So I don't know the code, but I'm still going to try and hack it. And here's the infomercial on hacking. And the idea is you have to move your icon to a target place. You have to try and avoid all the obstacles, particularly the red ones, because they will slow you up the most. So let's give this a go. Let's go up here. As you can see, it's a bit like pinball. And then you press the relevant button, and the hacking has succeeded. Okay, let's go in here. Let's see what we've got. Weapons upgrade kit. That'll be useful. Security station. Don't have a password, and yeah, I need the next level. So I need to find another neuromod. Oh, and there is a note here. Bring turrets up to fabrication. Okay. I'm going to go back this way very, very briefly, back through here into the R&D section, because I want to check Caleb's workstation and see if there was any information on here, because we can get in, but it only requires hacking 1, so we will try that. Ouch, that wasn't so good. And there we go. That was lucky. Let's see what they have on their workstation. Okay, so we've got a fabrication plan for a huntress bow. Not sure exactly what that is, but I'll still take it for now. And let's have a look at their emails. Okay, we've got the standard a note about this morning, we've seen before, and we've got an exchange about Igwe's talk. So Caleb's emailed Hadley Dalton. Subject is Igwe's talk, and it says, I join you in the cafeteria, but Igwe's got a lecture scheduled. Here's hoping he gets right to the neuromod updates so we can do a proper eval on the tech side. But you know Igwe, he'll go Xena on us for an hour until we're all seeing circles and wavy lines. You'd think he would have learned Earthside to stay focused. And I have a lot of sympathy for that. I used to have a colleague who you'd ask them a question and you would get your answer, but not before he would tell you the history of the Earth from the beginning of time, or so it felt. The other thing to note here is that last line is very interesting. You'd think he would have learned Earthside to stay focused. As far as I was aware, we are Earthside. I will leave you with that one. Hadley comes back to Caleb and says, tell me about it. I don't know what scares me more, the time Dr. Wiggy spends in the lab or when he takes to the stage. It's like listening to a metronome. Fun times. Okay, now let's go back through here. Last thing I wanted to show you before we go to the lobby, we go back up here. We get the glue gun out. We are careful here. We may be able to. Yep. Get up to the next level with. Whoopsie. Try that one again. Get up to the next level without the lifts. There we go. Now, let's try not to do this without breaking our neck. Okay, that'll do. Let's head up here. And let's head to the lobby. Okay. Oh, got a call.
Ready for your first real view of the world?
Yes, I'm intrigued. But first, let's just see. Nope, nothing there. Okay. Starting to get some answers now. Let's wander down the stairs. We're not on Earth at all. We're in space. We're on a space station. And one that's looking to be a little bit unstable there.
Careful. You need to get to your office. I've updated your map. There's a video you need to see. I know you have a lot of questions.
Yeah. So there's the Earth, and there's the Moon. And we are now in the lobby, and my office must be somewhere up there. Well, YouTubers, this is where I leave you for now, on that bombshell that we aren't in fact on Earth, but are in fact in space. Like last time, I thought I was going to get some answers, but I just had more questions. So once again, join me next time where hopefully we will get some more answers and probably more questions. Thank you for joining me. And if you liked, then like and subscribe. And be sure to join me next time. And until then,
may result in electric shock.
take care.
If you're having trouble accessing a system, please send a help alert to security.